阿姆斯特丹坐船，船长的英姿，给大家偷看一下。车长小姐的倩影，给大家看一下。
This is where the rich people used to live. And if you look at the windows and at the steps, back in the days, you have a special tax system. And it was like the more windows you had and the higher your staircase was, the more taxes you had to pay. So for example over here, this probably man was very rich because that's why you see all the little windows, you had to pay tax for every little window in the big windows. And yeah, because we didn't have Gucci or Louis Vuitton, you know, to show off how rich we were. And this was their way to show, look, I'm rich, so I'm good for business. You should do business with me. That was how it used to work. Not now anymore, luckily. And nowadays you can see this is the headquarters of Booking.com. Next to me is a big bank. So this is a museum actually there. Regular people can almost not afford to live there, so most of these buildings are owned by either banks, five-star hotels, or yeah, Booking.com.
目前遭受水上塞车，太多船了，堵车了，大家都各自在回避，前面也整个塞住了。
Over here on our left you can see the old cargo ships, and over here on the right you can see the more square one actually, and those are what we call the shoeboxes of Amsterdam. And back in the days these old cargo ships, they were used to transport all the goods through the city, the spices, the herbs, all that kind of things, and they were stored in the warehouses. But there was a shortage of houses here in Amsterdam, and the people who worked on these boats, they started living on them. So they simply just docked their boat inside the canal and they started living on it. They weren't connected to the sewer system, no electricity, no running water. So what they did, they threw everything into the canal, and the water got very dirty, of course, very polluted. So the government stopped it, they put a hole on it, and they gave out 2,500 permits, so 2,500 spots here in Amsterdam for the houseboats. And they made it limited in that time, in the late 60s. And because it's limited nowadays, it became from a really cheap way of living to a very expensive way of living. So most of these houseboats that you'll see on the canal are even more expensive than some apartments behind them on the street. So you can make a calculation. A houseboat is approximately 10,000 per square meter, 10,000 euros per square meter. So yeah, you can see the pipes going into the wall. It's for the sewer system, electricity. So it's just like a normal apartment then on the waters.
看一下阿姆斯特丹水上船屋，这一整排都是水上船屋，正方形的，它有各种形状，有些是像船一样，有些是正方形的，叫 shoebox 鞋盒。
Over here you see this very big tower. We call this Montelbaarntoren in Dutch, and we also call this Crazy Jack's Tower. And the reason for that is that there used to be a guy named Jack, and his job was to ring the bell every hour, because back in the days we didn't have a clock or a watch to know what time it was, so it was the job of Jack to make sure that everybody knew what time it was. The only thing was Jack had a little bit of an alcohol problem, so he started ringing the bell randomly for no reason. And then, yeah, everybody here in Amsterdam got confused about what time it was. So after he died, that's why we start calling the tower Crazy Jack's Tower. Yeah.
Just let it draw. Like skin. Toma frittata da solo. No, già penso che ya no le puse diciendo ta. Entonces, quería un attimo, pero mi hermana se una de esas
Okay?
Ja.
Ja, hè?
Ja, moet je een beetje doorgaan van zo.
Ja, dat is kijk mooi.
Woon je wel in Amsterdam, hè?
Ja.
Ja. Waar in Amsterdam?